minute. Hi everyone. Today on the Hunyah Show, our guest is an all-rounder with great knowledge to share with the youth today. She has always been an overachiever, whether it was a teacher in India or insurance broker later on here, and now she's added the feather of being a realtor. Today on the Hunyah Show, our guest is a mother of two sons, yet has been an amazing career. You are about to hear from an insurance broker, realtor who is experienced in multi-level marketing, as well as former teacher and member of a multi-woman council. We will discuss what young investors are looking for in multiple professions. Also, we'll also touch about many different issues. Welcome, Sarabjeet Ludhar.
Thank you, Hunyah, for calling me on your show. And I wish that we both rock.
Yes, me too. I know that you have done a lot of amazing things, and you're also part of Multi-Women Council. You've been part of different associations, and I see your billboard every time I go around Brampton. So you're very famous, in my opinion.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay.
Working hard, trying to be there.
Okay, so my first question is, Sarab, I know you have an amazing background in careers. According to Canadian statistics, Canadians do change careers at least 7 times. I would like to hear about your story. Which profession have you enjoyed the most?
Hunyah, as you know already, that I started my career as a teacher. I was very young when I went into teaching career. And though I enjoyed being a teacher the most, I learned and I apply those principles of ethics and how I had the responsibility of nurturing young kids, like making responsible citizens for the country. And my about 12 years of experience as a teacher, all that I have done is touched so many lives, young kids starting from kindergartens to grade 10, 11, and even university level students. So I love being an insurance broker or a realtor, but in every field of my career, I have inculcated my principles and my ethics as a teacher. So whether I am an insurance broker, I go see a client as an insurance broker, I teach them and let them make the decision. When I work as a realtor, I teach them that this is what it is, and full disclosure, give them all the knowledge and let my clients make the decisions. But sometimes, like as I had the responsibility of guiding a child to make, when we tell them, but still sometimes you have to help them in making the decision. So I do assist sometimes, but it is always the teaching part, the giving the knowledge, imparting the knowledge, making the other person aware of what you know as a trained professional. So I do not know it all, but I do know as a trained professional a few things, and being in the market a few things which my clients might not be knowing. So I like to keep them fully acknowledged. So ethics are, and yeah, your question, I loved being a teacher, and I try to just take that and inculcate in all my careers. So whether I was a multi-level marketer or anything, so
I agree. It's very good to have different experiences from different kind of professions and use them towards your life skills and in other parts of life. And you learn everything from each different profession. Like even for someone myself, like my background is very different from what the work I do right now. Like I do like a billion different things, but my background is actually in law.
Wow.
And then with me, how I ended up in all of these different professions, it's like it just happened. So I can relate to you on that what you start with is not exactly what you end up with.
Yeah, it's not always like that's part of being growing up, right? That's the growth part of human nature. You start as a small baby, you do not end up as a small baby. You learn as you grow.
True.
And you grow as you learn. So both these concepts are intertwined. Growth and learning are the two they are of the same process. They are intertwined. We cannot separate them.
True, I agree.
We cannot separate them. So learning and growing is like, you know, they are the links of the same chain. So that's what I believe in. I still study, I still read a lot of books. I learn from my kids.
Mhm.
So there
I agree.
is
That's a
like,
learning process.
it is learning and growing. You cannot separate them. But if you stop learning, that means you stop growing.
True. And moving on to my next question. Nowadays, young generation invests in crypto, stocks, and just general investments. What advice would you give to someone who wants to make such investments or in the housing market? I know for one, my brother, he's about 24 and he's looking to invest in a house with me. I wish I could do that, but right now my income level is not that level. But in the next few years, I'd like to invest in an apartment because I prefer apartments over houses. That's just like personal reference. But what do you prefer, in your opinion, that in terms of housing, what is better for young investors to go for? How a proper house somewhere outside of the Greater Toronto area, like Whitby, Muskoka, somewhere like that, or would it be like an apartment somewhere in like Mississauga downtown Toronto? Like, what's your suggestion? I would love to hear about this. This question often comes up for young investors.
Yes, Hunyah. First of all, you mentioned like young generation is investing in crypto and stocks and other general investments. I first of all, let me say that being an older generation, not that like, you know, not that younger generation, I take pride. I feel proud when I see young kids, 18, 19, 25, 30 years old, they are coming up and they're doing anything. I do not care if they start with $100 or with $10,000 or with $20. The thing is taking the step, taking the action. They're doing it. But one thing even my son, he just turned 20, you know him, right? So
yes,
he is very aggressive. He wants to learn. And I can tell you, like when it comes to crypto and stocks, he has much more knowledge than me.
I see.
Because I always used to tell him, hey, I'm proud of you, but do not do any investment on a blind faith.
True.
As Warren Buffett said once, when people are scared, you should be greedy. When people are greedy, you should be scared. That means when the market is going down, then people are trying to take money out. They're scared, oh, market is going down. As an investor, that is your stock on sale.
I agree.
You buy more.
And investors like Warren Buffett, I think, have invested in companies which make them so successful as a model that we can
everybody can start from anywhere, right? We cannot say that, okay, we are going to be there tomorrow, but we can start. That's what I say, start anywhere. Whether as an insurance broker, I would tell my clients, you do not have to have $300 a month to have a life insurance. You have $30 a month, start with that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So similarly, when you ask me a question about housing market, where you should start, and you do not have an income level right now, you do not qualify for a house that is 600,000, that's going to cost you 600,000 in areas like London or Muskoka or somewhere. But do you have 300,000 for a further down a house? Does your income qualify for 500,000? Instead of you and your brother, do you think you have two more people who you can trust? Can four of you come together and buy a house today? Because the power is in taking the action today. Because the house, I know a very young investor, about 19, 20 years old, he bought a house in June 2021, and now for about $500,000, and he's getting an offer for 700,000. In 6 months, that young kid is getting $200,000 of profit offer.
That's amazing. I wish
Yeah,
I knew that when I was 20. I mean,
that's okay. It's never too late, but it's never too late to start, and it's never too early to start. Why I say is, Sarab, you are giving contradictory statement. If it is never too late and it's never too early, so what is it?
my
Right?
next question around that would be, I know there's going to be a few questions in there that I'm going to bring in. That for a person like me who's going to turn 30, right? And I've never invested in a house. That's supposed to be a stereotype around age and around investment. I just
No,
thought,
there is no stereotype. I know people who are 70 years old and they have been waiting from last 30 years for the housing market to go down so that they can invest.
mhm.
Right? Forget about housing market. There are people I know that they bought gold 30 years ago, and now it is 4 or 5 times the price. And there are people who are still waiting. Oh, when the gold will come down, we will buy.
I see. So it's just about how long you keep waiting. You can invest at any age.
You can start investing. You can start investing when you are like 5 years old.
I see. And let me just jump in one question. So, I like, since I know you're very experienced in different fields and you must have many amazing experiences in your life. Like, as a personal experience for myself, when you know you are doing something, you often find people beginning to degrade you. How
Mhm.
do you handle something like that?
Hunyah, I'm gonna ask you one question. Whosoever, not to you, but
Mhm.
to whoever is listening to this and feels related to your question, that, hey, I started this and this person was, instead of putting me up, this person was pulling me down, right? Instead of encouraging me, this person was discouraging me. Why?
Yeah.
Right? Anyone who is facing that question, my wholeheartedly advice is, think again about that person. A person who cares about you will never put you down. Mind that, will never put you down.
I agree.
So if the person who who does not care about you and is putting you down, so he or she is doing double the harm.
True.
Why are you still listening to that person?
Yeah, just don't bother with them at all.
Do not. It bothers.
Yeah, it does.
We are emotional people.
I
It
agree.
bothers. It bothers. Trust me, it does. It hurts.
Mhm.
But do you want that hurt to be your weakness and stop yourself from growth, or do you want to take that hurt as a powerful force and grow, be successful, and show them?
I would
How
go
do
with
you want
this,
to?
take the criticism, and no matter how much the person tries to degrade you, go up with it.
It's the same water. You put potatoes, they are softened, and you put eggs, they are hardened.
True. And
Right?
is that
It is the same water that can, if you just let the bridge go, it can cause destruction. You make a bridge, you put an electricity plant, and there starts the construction. So
true? I agree.
it's how you take that criticism. You want that criticism to be a chain, or you want it to be a trampoline?
Traveling is always a good idea, in my opinion.
Right? So use that criticism as trampoline and take a jump off.
Exactly.
So I would say, I would tell this to every person who needs to listen to this, that anyone who is putting you down is not your well-wisher. And if the person is not wishing you well,
Then there's
then
something
you need to change your equation with that person.
true, because then you know where their standing is in that case, right?
In that
And it
case,
could be like, for
could be anybody,
like,
could be
it could be
anybody.
anyone, it could be
It
anything,
could be
right?
anyone. Sometimes I have seen parents crush their kids. Sometimes I have seen real brothers or sisters, siblings, they're crushing their siblings. I have seen that. I have seen life. So I've seen people like teachers. I personally had some experiences when I was a teacher. My fellow teacher, they would just look at a child with so much hatred and anger in their eyes. Why? That's just a child.
True. It's like
Right? As a teacher, your job is to take that child and mold him into a kind and compassionate human being.
true. And when you see your own relatives like degrade you on your or like in something that you're doing, you feel hurt, but then it's like, no, you're gonna do better than what they expect.
You
Right?
know who's your relative, Hunyah? Your relative. That means a person who relates to you in your joy and in your sorrow.
True. But they
Right?
don't need the definition of relative.
That's a relative. And then we can choose, right?
True.
One who relates to us in when we are growing, that's the person that we want.
Which goes on to my next question. Sarab, the youth is faced with a decision to make when it comes to one career. What would you say to that?
I am not a person to stay in one career. I have always, as a teacher, I was doing other things. As a realtor, I'm doing other things. As an insurance broker, I do other things also. It's one human life. And then some people come to me, hey, sir, you're a realtor. What is your credibility if you are doing insurance? So I want to ask one question. Hey, I am a mother. Do you mean by becoming a mother, I lost my credibility as a wife? Or did I lose my credibility as a daughter-in-law or as a daughter or a sister? No, I did not lose my credibility as a daughter, as a daughter-in-law, as a wife when I became a mother. So being a woman, if I can fulfill and be credible and responsible and very gracefully play all the roles, then why I have to captivate myself in, oh, I'm just going to be a realtor? No.
You can do many things.
I can do many things. As long as I'm doing justice to all those things, not half-hearted.
True.
Not half-hearted.
And
You have to, yes.
It shouldn't affect you're a woman, wife, mother.
That's what I'm saying. So I cannot say, oh, I am a mother today, so I'm not going to be a wife or a daughter. Oh, no, today I'm a wife, so I'm not going to be a mother. No. Every day I'm everything.
Mm-hmm.
Every day I'm a friend, I'm a daughter, I'm a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter-in-law, I am a sister-in-law. Every single day I am. And every single day I am challenged to those roles and I play them well. And do I make mistakes? Yes.
With me, if we talk about this, from my personal opinion on this is that I don't follow people. I'm the leader there, so I'm personally someone like that. Like with me, like I know, like okay, yes, I'm a woman. Yes, I'm a sister. I've been in a relationship, but okay, but if I was like, let's just say in a wife, if we talk about from the wife's perspective, I'm going to be the non-traditional wife because I know myself. I know I don't follow other people. So definitely the person will check me on that and will find it weird. I've had this so many times that people find me weird. But that's the thing. I don't follow. I'm not a follower. I don't go with that.
Same goes with me, honey. I'm happily, blissfully married for last 21 years. This year, we are completing 21 years of our marriage. And I am not a typical wife, I can tell you that. I'm like, that's one thing when people talk about women empowerment, I know that was your next thing that you're going to ask, and I just jumped in.
Yeah.
I said, women should take the initiative to, if not make, then at least participate positively, impactfully in financial decisions of the house. In my career of as a realtor or as an insurance broker, I have seen 99% of the times it's all men who are making the decision.
True. And so it shouldn't always be about men making decisions.
It is like in our household, we discuss. Neither I nor my husband, nobody makes any decision unanimously. We discuss.
Because
We
with
take
me,
each other's, this is partner. It's not like he is not the master, I am not the slave. We are partners. We are life partners.
like
So
even for me with my brother and sister, because my sister's 18, my brother's 24, what I mentioned, and with me, I'm the oldest, so we always make our own decisions. No one influences us. No one tells us what to do. My mom says that we're like, according to my mom, like she has brought us up in that way that we don't look for other people's approval. We just do it by ourselves.
yes,
So that's always a good thing. And
it
only if I
is.
feel like someone's making a decision for me, we told them, no, it's my thing, so I'm gonna do it. So we have that approach, all three of us as siblings.
Yeah, no, I totally agree to that. And the thing is, I'm sorry, I just lost you somewhere. Yeah, here.
Oh, it's okay. You were saying about like taking decisions.
Yeah,
It's okay, it
in
happens.
decisions. So as a parent, I give a lot of independence to my kids. My younger one is 14 and my older is 20. And it's not today. I have always, when they were very young, little kids, I would guide them, but I will not make a decision for them unless and until I see that it is mandatory for me to step in and make that decision for them.
I agree. And
I do not do that. I let them make the decision and then I ask them, are you comfortable about it? And do I give my opinion? Yes. As a parent, I have more experience, right? I may not be more technically savvier than them,
true,
but
but
I
this
have
doesn't
more
require any
experience of
technical
life.
skills. It's life skills, right?
Yes, it's life skills. It's how there are lots of aspects that they will know with age and with experience.
I agree.
So
And my last question, yes, you're about to add something?
yes, I was just going to add that when we are talking about multiple careers, people are focused on a few of them: doctor, engineer, and all this. Trades are amazing.
I
We,
agree.
our community is not focusing on too much on trades. We are pushing our kids into same
Same
year
professions.
ages professions, or be a lawyer, doctor, engineer. Those are the careers that we are pushing our kids in.
And one thing which I've learned over 2021 is personally for my own experience and for a few other young generation is that if you're an artist, it's not a bad thing. If you're an artist, it's a good thing. That means you're more creative, you have more ideas as compared to a person who's just like a doctor, lawyer, all these common professions. Like it's better to have a little bit change, right? You want person of each profession to come into your panel. It's not always in front of the same people.
I agree, and I would disagree also here, Sanhanya, with you. When we talk, everybody has their own passion, but as a parent, that's what I'm talking. We should not push them into one hole of being a doctor, or
True.
you have to be an engineer, you have to be a lawyer. No,
It shouldn't be forced.
it shouldn't be forced.
And
So
still we have this conversation for like the past 20 years, I've noticed. Whether you're in Canada, whether you're in a different country, this comes up. It comes up a lot.
it comes up, like even like my older one is doing a diploma in mechanical engineering, and everybody asks me, why is he not doing degree? I was like, he will do when he wants to do it, right? If he's
Yeah,
doing a mechanical engineering diploma, he's good, he's excelling it, he's just nailing it. Is 96% score in 3 semesters. That's amazing. I'm so proud of him.
true. He's in the honors.
Yeah,
That's the
he
thing.
is always been an
Like
honor student, right?
even like for me, like I noticed like the time like I've actually I went to Humber College, and it comes up that okay, just because you go to college it doesn't make any difference if you go to university. They study the same thing. Like personally, I remember when my brother was in university in first year, and when I was studying, we were reading the same thing. It was just different schools. That's it. That's the only difference.
The difference between university and college is here only. Back home, there's no difference like a college and university. If you are a master's from a college or a university, it doesn't matter.
True.
So it's here, and I understand this is this educational structure and everything is like that, and
Like
bedroom part.
I did personally did try to go and do a degree later on after, but I had a little bit challenges and I was unable to continue because there was a strike in York University at the time. But however, I did utilize my time of getting the experience without get where I am now, not through any like in a different way. And I think most people know about this. And my last question is, sir, would you like to share social media handles where viewers can follow you and subscribe to you? I know you have an amazing YouTube channel.
I'm trying my hand on YouTube. So I will definitely, I would tag on Facebook, my social media channels, right? You can find me on my Facebook page at Sarabjeet Ludhar, and my realtor page is Ludhar Estates. My insurance page is Beyond Care Insurance.
Wow, that's amazing. I like the name. It sounds like you have a lot of different things when it comes to Beyond, because Beyond is just like it's itself is like a
It
lot of
says
things.
Beyond
It's
Care. That
limitless.
means it is beyond care. Like I do not want my clients to feel that they have been sold something, because even in Canada, the concept of insurance, people are not so happy to talk about it.
True. They think their money's gonna go. Like I still remember having.
I always ask one question. Everybody knows, I know my date of birth, right? Do I know my date of death?
I do. I mean, I know mine.
No, we do not know our date of death.
Oh, okay, true.
Our date of death, right?
Okay, there's a date of birth. I heard it wrong.
No. Everybody knows their date of birth, but nobody knows their own date of death. And with me not being in the picture should not mean that the dreams that I had for my children's education, for their wedding, for their upbringing, they should shatter because of financial restraint.
I agree.
That's the
That's a
only
very strong
aspect.
point.
Insurance can never bring back the loss. Can never, ever bring back the loss.
It's like a security in a way.
But insurance, like when a person passes away, nothing stops. The mortgage bill will come, the water, bill, heat, electricity, all the
Everything's still
bills will
gonna
come.
go.
Only the person with the insurance will come with a check.
I see.
That is the only person that comes with a check, with a payment at your most vulnerable time. Money will not bring that person back. Money will not bring that loss back, but money will give you the time to sit and mourn the loss of your loved one. Money will give you the time to be at home for a couple of weeks or months, not have to worry about rushing back to work. Oh, my bill is gonna come.
True, you're secure in that way.
It's a security.
And I know you mentioned earlier about YouTube. So where can viewers find you on YouTube?
I think I just started like Your Own Realtor.
Okay.
Yeah, or they can Google me, Sarabjeet Ludhar, and they can find a lot of websites.
And thank you so much, Sarah, for coming on the Hunyah Show. It's been a pleasure. I've been wanting to have you on my show for a very, very long time. I know you're a multi-experienced person and amazing professions. I hope the Hunyah Show viewers have learned a lot from you and will apply that into their lives. This is very important and unique information for anything about any careers. So thank you everyone coming to the Hunyah Show, and thank you, Sarah. And everyone, be sure to follow Sarab on all social media handles as mentioned, and be sure to follow the Hunyah Show, and be sure to follow Hunyah Travels, as I will be having a new episode coming up soon. Thank you and bye.
Bye, Hunyah. Take care.